Top 5 ways TikTok fails us as much as it helps us. It inclines us to believe a post that has tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of likes is equivalent to a fact, when it could be correct or not. What are some benefits of that? It allows us to potentially gauge the public perspective on a certain topic, and even provide an additional necessary amendment to a pre-existing belief. What are some consequences of that? It could be complete misinformation and disinformation, sending the public image that because there's a massive response, that it's in some way more correct, when it could be complete bullshit. Number 2, just about anyone can gain a massive following on this app. What are some benefits of that? Folks from historically intentionally targeted groups may get a following in a way that they couldn't otherwise because of pre-existing human biases built into the system as features. What are some consequences of that? We know that the algorithm on this app reinforces eugenics, aka cis heterosexisms, racisms, ableisms, classisms, and all other types of normative discriminations. And odds are good, if a creator has blown up and is popular in the public eye, although they may be disenfranchised in certain aspects, they are more than likely resonating with the public who is normally socialized into discriminations. Therefore, they are more than likely reinforcing those discriminations themselves. Number 3, creators on this app can share all kinds of new ideas. What are some benefits of that? Because we are in the most connected time in human history, where we have the most access to information, arguably as well in human history, people may make novel ideas that otherwise would not be conceivable or shared with the public in such a wide way, especially because of the elitism of traditional higher education and the inaccessibility of things like literacy and access to any kind of peer-reviewed work because of paywalls. What are the challenges of that? People will often take information that sounds feasible and potentially useful at face value without nuancing the ways in which any one idea could potentially be reinforcing certain systems of power that harm us, as well as work against them. However, the likelihood of someone on the internet without formal research training reinforcing an idea that was already well known, or not fully capturing long-held problematic ideals at the same time when they think they're introducing something novel is highly likely. Number 4, people have more access to knowledge that was often kept behind a paywall than ever before. Some obvious benefits of that are the public knowledge creation and critique on a public stage for the first time in human history in such a globalized way. Some consequences of that are that all the pre-existing biases of authority, who's seen as worthy of being heard and who isn't, are still playing out on this platform. Hence why shadow banning isn't just about algorithmic censorship and eugenics, but also about the social biases playing out because of users who have been taught only Enlightenment subject is worthy of being seen as credible, and one who upholds respectability politics. And 5, people can see researchers make observations and share ideas in real time before, during, and after publication for the first time in human history on this platform in this way. What are some benefits? People are able to potentially see the humanity of researchers ourselves, understand the imperfect process of observation and publication, and the trials and errors of writing timely work. Some consequences are, in a late-stage capitalist society in which people equate all types of ideas with merely niche content, people often disregard someone that has comprehensive research training to instead look towards those who just have a more charismatic way of sharing research. That may or may not be correct. But again, this is the benefit and the consequence of living in a society like the Environment era that has allowed us to break down and break through our concepts of authority and expertise. And as I discuss in all my work, we require a critique and shift away from specialization to instead embrace what I've called a critical media ecology that allows us to actually achieve liberation for all and an ecological symbiosis so that we survive the climate crisis.